It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another Football Friday here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. The website is obnradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Well, football continues to try to figure things out. Big Ten Nebraska parents are threatening Hort unless they reveal some more subtleties of why they made the decision that they've made. Meanwhile, the Big 12 is trying to make a backdoor deal with some Pac-12 teams of possibly coming together to try and put some type of fall football together. On the FCS level, Stephen F. Austin has been very vocal throughout all of this, and they are making it known now that they are not interested in playing any spring ball whatsoever. As a matter of fact, we'll now hear from Rob Butler and the Southland report to explain more in detail.
This is Rob Butler with your Southland report. Stephen F. Austin football will not play during the spring 2021 semester, even if the Southland Conference opts to play. SFA would opt out of a potential Southland Conference spring football season to focus on fall 2021, according to Athletic Director Ryan Ivey. From the beginning, the Lumberjacks have opposed the spring football season because of worries about player safety. SFA is down scholarships after NCAA sanctions, so focusing on developing the roster is a higher priority. The hope is that having a developed and healthy roster come fall 2021 would give the Lumberjacks a leg up. SFA being ineligible for the FCS playoffs in 2020 made the decision easier. Now, so far we got 10 Southland Conference games scheduled this fall, and here's a rundown. August 29th, Austin Peay plays Central Arkansas. That's a neutral site game. That's at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. On September 5th, Houston Baptist goes to North Texas. September 12th, Houston Baptist goes to Texas Tech. September 19th, Central Arkansas visits Arkansas State. September 26th, we got 4 games. Lamar is at Rice. SFA is at SMU. Missouri State is at Central Arkansas. And Houston Baptist is at Louisiana Tech. On October 3rd, Abilene Christian goes to Army. And on October 17th, Central Arkansas goes to Missouri State. And that's Rob Butler, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And we do thank you again, Rob Butler, for the detailed Southland report. Of course, football is the main topic on today, but just a little NBA news and note. Although the bubble has been proven to be effective, the TV ratings have been horrible for the NBA. And they'll still try to figure that part out as they move along deeper into the playoffs. Meanwhile, back to the world of football, we're now going to hear from head football coach of the Texas Southern Tigers, and that is none other than Clarence McKinney. We'll switch over to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline to hear the phone interview with Clarence McKinney.
Coming to you by way of the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Line. Today, our special guest will be right down the road off of Claiborne, 3100 Claiborne, I believe they call it. Texas Southern head football coach, Coach Clarence McKinney. How you doing, Coach, and welcome back to the show.
Doing well, Mike. Appreciate you having us back.
Yes, sir. Well, look, first of all, doing a safety check. Everybody's well in the household?
Oh, yes, sir. Everybody's following the CDC guidelines and trying to do our best job as possible, staying COVID-free.
Yes, sir. Trying to stay COVID-free at this area as well. Well, there's been a lot going on since we last had a chance to really sit down and talk some football, but now we have a little bit more clarity. Spring schedule has been let out. And first and foremost, what was the reaction once you were able to share with your staff and your student athletes that there was a schedule that had been assembled, at least projecting that you guys would go forward in the spring?
It was honestly, it was mixed emotions. You know, a lot of our players, especially our seniors, they want to play now. They wanted to play a full season, but and as opposed to our season getting canceled, as you know, it was rescheduled. So we all have something to look forward to.
Right. And when you're looking forward to it, I had a concern being a former athlete, maybe to it. I did do the best I could while I could. But were there any concerns about the possibility of playing back-to-back seasons? I've spoken with a couple of your comrades. They didn't see a concern with it because they say they're young, this, that, and the other. But when we're talking about football, that's a lot of physical wear and tear on the body.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical wear and tear on the body, but I think it's how you handle it from a practice standpoint and how we handle the period between seasons. As far as if guys are taking care of their bodies, we're not overloading their bodies, we're giving them enough time to rest and recover. I think you can get it done. And we're not playing a 10, 11, 12 game season in the spring, so you're not playing as many games as you would normally play in a regular season.
Absolutely, and I guess that would still make it. I was just thinking about the short turnaround from, you have a spring game and you have some injuries pop up during the spring game, and sometimes it takes guys all the way through mid-season to be ready for that following semester. And I just had some I guess, concerns would be a safer word to use about the safety magnitude when it comes to the student athletes.
No doubt. Our first thought is the safety of our student athletes, but our guys want to play, and I mean, if someone can tell us a better way to get back on track, I think you got to play 2 seasons in 1 year in order to get back on schedule.
Very good. We're talking right now with Clarence McKinney, head football coach of the Texas Southern Tigers. And, Coach, now that you have a map and a forecast of what's to start off February 27th, what are the procedures of stepping back into the mindset of getting prepared for a collegiate season?
Well, for us right now, we're in our off-season workout mode. We're trying to build our bodies, get them bigger, faster, and stronger, and just relearn our playbooks and take things at a slower pace and make sure that guys are understanding what's being asked of them. Okay,
and with this additional time that you've had off, not by request, of course, it was kind of forced down everyone's throat. Have you had a chance to reevaluate your scheme and even your player personnel on what it is that you would like to do as far as moving forward with Tiger football?
Well, we have a scheme that we've implemented, and we believe in it. And so we're not reevaluating it. We're just trying to fine-tune it and make it simple to learn, and so we want our guys to be able to read and react as opposed to think about what they're doing. So we're just trying to simplify the things that we do and give our guys a chance to use their ability to make plays.
I've always been an advocate of that, and I know that as you get higher, the language gets more complicated, the playbooks get thicker, but it really boils down, Coach, to tackling, running, aggressiveness, and execution. When and why are there so many complications in multi-languages when it comes to playbooks and play designs? Can you help me out with that?
I really don't know, but I think there's a lot of information out there, a lot of different schemes, and a lot of things that have worked for different people, and that in the coaching profession you borrow from people, and sometimes you borrow too much, sometimes you don't borrow enough. But I think when you look at the successful people, they have a system and a scheme in place, and they stick to that basic foundation, and they perfect it. And that way, your guys are understanding, exactly what they've been asked to do.
Right, and when they're understanding what they've been asked to do, bottom line is about the execution. We're talking again with Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers. And when you go over your schedule, it's been somewhat revamped, Coach. Of course, the obvious one, the traditional start of your season would be against Prairie View. How did you adjust, and did you smile to yourself when you saw that it kind of been flip-flopped?
It doesn't really matter to me. We got to play Prairie View whenever they put them on the schedule. So whoever's on the schedule, we got to line up. We got to show up and be ready to play. We know we're going to always play Prairie View, and we got some other tough games in there, which, I mean, you can only play and have a chance to win against the guys that are on your schedule, and we're going to prepare for each and every one of them the same.
Okay. Now, normally, or at least the past couple of years, you were playing Southern at the Cotton Bowl. Will that game still be scheduled to be played at the Cotton Bowl, or will it go to whoever was the home team's campus?
I'm unaware of us going back to Dallas or to the Cotton Bowl for that particular game at this time. I believe we're going to have it as a home game, and hopefully we'll play it at BBVA.
Okay, and with the uniqueness that you have with BBVA, what extra precautions do you guys have to go through as far as the protocol for the requirements of the stadium and then transporting students from point A to B?
Well, we're in the process right now of meeting with our administration and meeting with BBVA and figuring out exactly if they're going to allow fans and students and the band and things of that nature at our home games. So we haven't quite ironed those particulars out as of yet, but we're working on it. Okay,
and also you've had some key additions to your squad. Are you able to give us a little insight on the guys that are going to be joining the Tiger program this year?
Yeah, well, we signed some guys and a few guys that were on campus early. We got a chance to watch them practice for 3 practices in the spring. But we're really unsure of how good those guys are and how well they'll be able to contribute. So you're looking at a guy like Zion Dixon, who's a linebacker out of California. We've brought in Thaddeus Payton, who was a backup quarterback at Alcorn, and he has some experience and he understands what it takes to win, and we hope he brings some of that attitude and that mentality to Texas Southern.
Okay, very good. And, of course, the big buzz throughout this offseason has been the addition of FAMU and Bethune-Cookman to be joining forces of July 2021. Prior to them coming over, had you ever had any interaction with either one of those coaches before?
I've known both of those guys, Willie Simmons and Terry Simmons, for quite some time now. Terry and I go way back. And Willie and I speak often about just ball and things of that nature. But we're not focused on Bethune and FAM just yet. We got a tough schedule ahead of us right now. And once that season is over and those guys are added to the conference, then we'll turn our focus to them if they're on our schedule.
Yeah, I know there was some buzz. I know sometimes it's more talk than actually substance that they were going to try to jump on board with the spring schedule from the SWAC. But you said, hold your mule, baby. You got till July to get here. And when that time comes, just be ready to bring your hard hat. Once again, we're talking with Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers. Now, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, this will be year number 2 or 3?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, and with getting a little bit comfortable in the surroundings, this, that, and the other, what would be your message for Texas Southern Tiger fans for the 2021/20 campaign for Tiger football?
Well, they should expect a team that's going to be much improved from last season. We feel like we're much further along now than what we were going into last season. And our guys have shown all year on last year that we'll play hard from the opening kickoff to the final whistle, and we're going to continue to bring that hard hat and work attitude to the game, and looking for some wins to be in the win column this year. Absolutely.
Now, Coach, did you fine-tune some of your coaching staff, and if so, could you bring us up to date?
Everyone that was on our staff on last season will be back this season.
Okay, so putting it all in together, and now that's 100% confidence in the system and the parts that make the system go round and round. I like that, Coach. I really like that. So the message is Tigers going to shake up and rearrange some furniture this season.
That's the plan.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I really thank you for making yourself available as always. At this time, we want to give you some closing thoughts and comments that you can share with Tiger Nation.
I just hope Tiger Nation is ready for some exciting football, and we look forward to having their support.
And we thank you once again for joining in with us on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. He is Coach Clarence McKinney of the Maroon and Gray Texas Southern Tigers.
Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
We do thank Coach Clarence McKinney for getting together with us to discuss Tiger Nation football. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with our closing thoughts and comments for this week's edition of Football Friday right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Join us for a daily episode of the Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Farmers Insurance of Hempstead, Texas, Diva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for joining in with us throughout the course of the week. Had a lot of interesting interviews from the local high schools across the state of Texas, as well some Bethune-Cookman Wildcat insights and a whole lot more. This weekend we have scheduled to meet with us on Sunday Night Live head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, Eric Dooley, and head basketball coach of the Panthers, Byron Smith. So be sure to join us Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, that you'll get not only rebroadcasts of our daily and weekend shows, but we also do special projects that can only be viewed on YouTube. Well, my time has come where I must exit stage left. I truly thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget to visit the website. Become a listening partner today at obnradio.com. I've got to go. My time is far spent. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and as always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.